What up? We are playing a. All right, enough that you choking around. Today's book of the day is Learned Optimism. This is a golden book. This is a golden ticket book. This is amazing, and this is a channel that's rooted in self-development, dating, self-actualization, and self-transcendence. And this book is incredible for that. It points out a lot of crazy things, like basically, like there's a lot of correlations with optimism and possibly living longer, just experiencing a better life, experiencing better health, a greater like persistence at achieving your goals, and basically like greater success in all areas of your life. There's a lot of interesting studies done in this book. He points out that a lot of the difference between a lot of people is that he sees through this author is like optimism in terms of success. He pointed out that like everyone goes through some shit, but it's how we handle that depends on like our success. And I know in terms of like getting good at social skills, and if you're like not good at that, dating, if you're not good at that and you're trying to get good at that, these are things that are going to be probably very emotionally painful. And unless you got an optimistic, a winner's perspective, unless you're seeing the bright side in things, your chances are you're going to be like having a really, really, really hard time succeeding. And chances are you won't succeed. You won't put through the emotional pain, and when things get rough, and you'll probably, when things do get good, you'll hold on to that little comfort and decide not to go that much further out of your comfort zone, because you'll just want to latch on to the comfort there, meaning like your first girlfriend or something. So like I said, there's a lot of great stuff in here. I suggest reading it. I'm not going to go break it into. I'm trying to make a video in less than 5 minutes, and I think I'll be able to do that. He points out some good stuff. It's not just about like, all right, be super optimistic, like optimistic glasses on, and then like go into like delusional mode. He does like contrast that people are more pessimistic seem to see reality a little bit better, but the truth is people that are more pessimistic are more likely to succeed later in life. He did a bunch of like studies of looking at people's journals, and he noticed that like people in their journals that like wrote about like especially women, he like made this one example is like women who point out like the boys don't like me because I'm unlovable, and they were writing this in their journal, and as a teenager were writing the same shit like my grandchildren don't come to visit me because I'm unlovable at the age of like 60. Meaning this is like becomes habit patterns. Like your optimism and your pessimism are relatively just habit patterns, and it's learning to change those habit patterns. He puts a lot of good habits in here. Like the one little tip. This is like I've learned this in NLP. I liked it a lot though. Was that like if you're having like a bad habit pattern, train of thought, you like do something like say like I don't know if you guys ever like done this study or done this like test, and someone tells you like don't think about something, and like you're obviously gonna think about it. Well, he's like his example in the book was like don't think about apple pie, and then like of course you're gonna think about it, but he's like, all right, don't think about apple pie. Now stand up and then like slam on the fucking counter. Stop. And he's like, how do you feel then? Do you think about it now? Like, and you're probably going to go back to apple pie if you're like, am I thinking about apple pie? Am I thinking about apple pie? But, like, his point is good. Is, basically, like, you could stop some of your train of thought through a physiological or through stop. Like, there's something powerful when you say no or stop. It goes on in your mind. Something powerful. It's brought up in, like, other books, like, oh, wait, I got this laying around here. Structure excellence. How convenient. And it's like when you affirm things like yes, there's something powerful that goes on there. What else? I'm looking through random notes I have. He has this like model of like trying to change it. A lot of this is like interesting enough. Is like it's almost like like there's a certain biological part of depression. Like he points out, I don't even know if I mentioned this, but like he points out that like depression and pessimism go hand in hand, and he's done studies with like people that are pessimistic. Usually, like say the same event happens to an optimistic and a pessimistic person, there's like a 70% chance that, according to this guy's study, that the more pessimistic one is going to find themselves in depression, and the more optimistic they seem to be, more resilient, bounce back. Maybe they get through like down, like feelings of helplessness, but it's only momentarily if you're optimistic. It seems they're able to be more resilient and bounce back, compared to the pessimistic. Is not. There's also another great chapter, and I don't even remember a lot of it, on learned helplessness. Now, learned helplessness is like when you have a the great example I think was with dogs, where like they do a study with dogs where like I think they like put them in a cage and they zap them, and like, yes, I know, very ethical and humane, and they zap them and the dogs are unable to get out, and then they do like another round of that, except they see what happens when like they zap a dog who's never experienced that before, and the dog, they have like there's a chance for the dog to get out. Like it's like say if they're in like a fenced off area, and they like the fence is like tall enough for them to jump out, the dog will jump out. Now they do the same study back to the dog that was already zapped and not let out of the cage, and you zap him again, the dog will just like, it's learned helplessness, he'll just like crawl up and he'll just like wither and just and not be able to do anything. Doesn't try to even look, doesn't even look for opportunity to escape. There's another study that's popped out of my head right now about rats that were dropped into I think a bowl of water, a box of water, something in water, and the one rat was just there, and they see how long they go before they drowned. And then another rat that was experienced in that same bowl of water but found land, like it was already had experience in that bowl of water, and they like put it in the bowl of water, and the rat found land. Now they put it in another bowl of water again, and that rat goes and has no land in there, and they see how long, like each one, the rat that's never experienced land and the other rat that has experienced land, how long does it take them to drown? Another very humane study. Anyway, that the rat that like has had land survives, I think, more than 2.5 times. Like I think it's close to 3 times longer than the rat that has no, like, never experienced land. So the rat that has no hope, no neurology of success in this area, like goes down in about 1/3 of the time, compared to the rat that has had some success, keeps paddling until, I don't know, it gives up. I wonder right now if you did that study again, but like gave that same rat that experienced land, but made sure he experienced land like 10 or 20 times. I wonder how much longer he would have like kept on swimming. That would have been another interesting study to contrast that. But anyway, so optimism, especially in like any life, any arena. If you're like a depressive type, if you're a hard case type, this is a dating channel. So like if you are a hard case type, you're probably not. You probably suffer from pessimism. You probably don't have a winner effect going on, and that's cool. It's just like time to bring awareness. This is transformation, social transformations. This is like transforming your life. This is something to become aware of, take action in. If you have to like start like getting into NLP, you have to like reprogram your mind in any way possible, visualization, and maybe reframing what success to you is. Maybe reframing success is like me giving my best, me like going out there, and like the chances are is like if you're going out and you're doing this pickup thing fucking hard, you're gonna have some shitty nights, and it may be emotionally like brutal, and you might have to like, the most successful guys I've seen are just generally happy, and it's a part of it's just being optimism. Part of it's just being like, there's a winner effect, but like that just adds on like, what happens if you go out for the next, like you do the Thomas Edison experiment. You go out and you get 10,000 failures with no success. Would you actually go to the 10,000 failures, or would you give up on 100? Would you give up on 1,000 or like 5,000? Like how long, like at what point are you going to keep on going and going to that 10,000? You know what I mean? And that's something like I'm glad I'm saying right now as a reminder for me is like, I got to keep going to the end. Like There is no stop. I want to. I want to be the guy that like even if I get 20,000 failures, I succeed at 20,001 because I just kept on going and kept going. I just want that kind of mindset. Now, do I want to go through 20,000 failures? Fuck no. But if you use your fucking head, you won't have to do that. So till next time. I don't know what tomorrow's book of the day will be, but thank you.